Hello, and welcome again to another episode of Third Action. I am Jason, your game master, the same game master that's been here every damn week. And around me are, oh dear lord, what is going on?
Hold on.
It seems we have the same three aberrations that were here last week. Charlotte playing Asher Ford. Will playing Greshy Ironroot and his dog Phelan. And Adam playing Gunn Shough, champion of Erastil. And if you can't see this live on Twitch, my players are doing weird things with Zoom video settings.
This week we've all discovered that we don't need green screens to play.
All right, turn that off. I had my fun.
There we go. Back to normal.
Well, that was a delight.
Never again. Okay, so last week, I believe, on Third Action, you all met or ran into Tsuto Kaijitsu, the half-brother of Ameko Kaijitsu, the innkeeper in town, while searching for her within the glassworks that her father owns. You engaged in combat on the stairs. He slipped away from you and escaped down some tunnels in the basement. You gave chase, but before finding him, you found Ameko herself, who had been beaten, tied up, and thrown into one of these sort of storerooms down in the cellar. You freed her, got some more information from her about her half-brother and what happened, then found her weapons, equipment, and as well as a journal that Tsuto had left behind in one of the other rooms. In the journal, you found what appear to be battle plans for not just the attack on Sandpoint that you recently witnessed, but what seems to be a much larger scale attack, with some 200, 300 goblins, potentially, and it seems like a whole host of conspirators.
Yep, bugbears and demons and half celestials and all kinds of other people.
Everybody.
Indeed. You have surmised that Tsuto seems to have fallen for a woman that you believe to be Nualia, the former,
She's still the daughter of the
She's still,
priest.
yes, the daughter of the former head priest, who
Adopted.
was, yes, she was the adopted daughter.
Oh, she was? I thought she
Yes,
was
she
just...
was. Yeah, she was
Okay.
an adopted Asimar, daughter of the former former priest of the town of Sandpoint.
Oh yeah, half priest, part-time
sometimes.
priest.
Yes. And it seems that she has she seems to have collected her father's ashes for use in some dark ritual. I'm trying to think, is there any other interesting tidbits there? Yes, the notes also seem to indicate that they were cooperating with some Quasit and her creations down in the tunnels beneath Sandpoint. Wanting to catch Tsuto before he escapes, you decide to chase him down through the tunnels. Find one path that leads out to the beach, but following Tsuto's tracks, it seems he's gone a different way. You follow those tracks into some caverns where you are attacked by a vicious humanoid creature.
Spawn.
Yes, known as a sin spawn.
For those watching at home.
Yes.
To us, it's just a beastie.
I
No, we
believe
know it's
you,
name.
We got
you
its
know
name,
it's a sin
but
spawn.
After
You
like
eventually got
tell
its name.
us.
Yes. You were attacked by a sin spawn that seemed to be commanded by Tsuto. And after defeating the Sin Spawn and engaging in a few rounds of combat with Tsuto himself, Tsuto decided that he maybe didn't stand the best chance of getting out of here, and decided to kill himself. Much to your and Ameko's dismay.
Mostly
and
annoyance.
or frustration. Yes, annoyance.
For some reason, he only ran like 50 feet before deciding to make a stand. So,
I thought the Sin Spawn was going to deal with us.
yep.
Yeah,
there's
it seemed like maybe he thought the Sin Spawn might do more.
Yep.
What if we never went down there? Would he just be sitting there like, oh, I hope they come down here?
Who knows? I mean, he might have
Probably
had
a
other
couple
plans.
hours.
It was only, 20 minutes
Yeah.
of a wait
Yeah.
between.
Yeah, we should have waited at least 2 hours before we went down there.
Maybe,
Just to see if
maybe
he
he
come
ran.
out.
Maybe he actually ran away and then came back.
20 minutes.
He ran away,
No.
thought better of it, and came back.
Got his creature from somewhere else and then was coming back. Yep. Could be.
Could be.
Too bad nobody can speak with dead, otherwise you could find out.
We had the
Um,
potion. We could have.
That would be a great use of that.
Wait, do you have what? You have a potion of speak with
That
dead?
potion, remember?
No,
The
no, it's
bring back to life.
Oh,
the scroll of new
We have
life.
The scroll. We could
the
have come
scroll,
back
sorry.
immediately after he cut his throat, but felt like that was a bit of a waste.
he just does it again.
He comes back. We're like, ha, gotcha.
In any case, with that problem dealt with for now, you decided against exploring the tunnels further and made your way back to town with Ameko in tow. You reported your findings to the sheriff of the town, Sheriff Baylor Hemlock, who you recommended should perhaps find more soldiers or more guardsmen to help protect the town if a large invasion is on the way. He agreed and basically made off for Magnamar that night with a couple of men and entrusted the town's safety to what men remained and asked that you maybe stay behind for a couple of days while he goes and gets these people, just in case the attack happens earlier. Or sooner rather than later. You also ask around, I believe you asked, yes, one of the acolytes of the church for information on the creature that you felled. I believe Asher is carrying around its head. And he told you of... he had recognized it as a sin spawn and said he had heard about these before. And that a local sage and historian named Brodert Quink, who lives near
name, by the way.
Yes, that's a great name. He lives near the Old Light, the big kind of looks like a old rundown lighthouse made of stone. It's kind of the skyline feature of Sandpoint. He says he lives in a shack over by the lighthouse, and that you might want to speak to him since this. He recalls reading about this in an old book on Thessalonian lore, or Thessalonian creatures and magic, and that Brodert is supposedly an expert on this. With that taken care of, you decided to spend the night with Ameko, drinking and cheering her up.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes.
I didn't know that was on the table.
No, not unless you tried, but nobody tried any of that. So we continue, I suppose. In the morning, you all feel maybe slightly hungover from the amount of drinking from last night. You know, Ameko drank a lot more than any of you did. But what would you like to do?
We had some leads. Maybe we'll go over those real quick and see what's worth investigating today.
All right.
Okay.
I'll
so you
grab
guys-
everybody a pint, and we'll sit down at a table down in the center of the tavern.
Okay.
Talk everything over.
Yeah, you sort of pull up your things around one of the sort of big, empty round wooden tables, and start going over some ideas. Vithana is already up and serving the handful of patrons who are sort of still around. The inn is really emptied out over the last couple of days as travelers who are here for the Sandpoint Festival or the Swallow Festival have kind of moseyed on and gone off to their other destinations. You guys are kind of like the main regulars here nowadays. But she comes over and sets out some breakfast items for you all to eat as you go over your plans.
Put the sack with the head in it on the table. That's where it sits.
No thanks.
I'm not going to say anything about it. Just it sits with me here.
Yeah,
Name
it's a
it?
simple brown burlap sack, the bottom of which is kind of starting to blacken with the dried blood that had dripped out.
Mm.
What's that?
Maybe it gives off a slight stench.
Is there a reason we're still carrying that around?
At that
We need it.
point, I would probably get up and walk to another table.
Greshy doesn't mind the smell so much. It's just seems unnecessary.
I'm not going to put it on the floor.
Could
What
you?
if a dog?
Could we get rid of that now? At this
No.
point, do you think?
We need to show it.
And Phelan's not going to eat it, I promise you.
Maybe not so much anymore.
I sigh and put it under the table
Thank you.
so my friends won't be upset.
I mean, you could put it on a stool or a chair or something, just not on the table itself. Or a stick. You could put it
I
on a
thought
stick.
that's what you were going to say. Put it on a stick.
You could put it on a pike and put it outside.
Outside the gates.
There you go. Warning them what tries to mess with us. I don't know.
Right, it's under the table. I fiddle with it with my boots.
Okay.
Exploit.
Phelan comes over and like sniffs at the bag, whines, and then goes back over to Greshy's feet.
Yeah.
And he like sits down on over one of your feet.
Oh. Start passing him some food as we talk about stuff. Speaking of talking about stuff, so there's this Brodart Quink fella.
Yep.
He does the lighthouse, I think, the old broken down
lives in the
lighthouse.
He does something else. What was it he does? He knows about monsters.
Yeah, like he's a historian.
Right. So he's got a bit of history there. Shalelu Antasana?
Andosana.
Andasana?
Yes.
I've got it written, but unfortunately, spelling may not be correct. Andasana. Actually, where's the notes?
It's Andosana.
Almost had it. There we go.
We have a picture of her in the NPCs.
You have a picture of her because
I have a
you've met
picture of her. Never mind.
Yes, Asher has met her before.
I know Shalelu.
It's not that girl with the father who's a vendor, right?
No,
Vendor,
I don't
vendor?
think so. I didn't see. Did I see her? I didn't get watermelon. So
Sounds
No,
like a
you did
euphemism.
not get watermelons at the festival.
I'll have you know, Greshy didn't get watermelon that way either.
that's not Shalelu. She would never sell fruit to people.
Okay. What does she do?
She's a ranger.
Oh,
As far
okay.
as I know. Oh, I do
that's
have a
right.
little blurb. Maybe. Oh my goodness. I'm clicking on all the wrong names. She's a half-elven ranger, and she patrols the hinterlands.
Okay.
That's about all I have.
Well, that's something, and that gives us somebody who might know where these goblins are wandering about up north.
She
Up
doesn't
north there.
like goblins, so she's very angry at them.
Well, I mean, who doesn't?
I mean, they're okay, you know.
Are you getting over that yet?
Get over what?
Over liking the goblins so much?
Oh, I never liked them. They're just kind of annoying, more so.
Except for the murder. And the
Yeah,
I mean, if you think about
goes
it,
beyond
someone's
annoying.
kind of coercing them into coming here, and killing people. So,
But it doesn't take all that much coercing. You just go,
well, they're not
who
very.
wants to go kill some humans? And they kind of go, yeah, it sounds fun. Sure. I'm not doing anything.
Everyone just has different opinions on goblins. That's okay. That's what makes us all beautiful.
I
I
mean,
thought you were going to say everyone has different opinions on murder.
Yes, that too. Is murder good? Is it
'Cause-
bad?
I
'cause
don't
that's-
think
that's
it's
mainly
everybody
where
who has
we-
different opinions.
So, look, as far as murder goes, everyone here has murdered at least once. I've murdered the least, in my opinion. So,
How do you define murder then?
Yeah, that's pretty-
killing.
that's the
I mean, then you're talking about all the innocent animals that you've hunted for Spart. I mean, if you want to say we murdered something, that poor boar that we went out and killed.
We did murder the
that
boar.
was the most murdery thing we've done so far.
I mean, the boar did nothing to us, but we decided to hunt it for Sparts because
Didn't
it would
you almost
entertain
get
some
murdered by the boar too?
fancy pants man.
Yeah, but we initiated that.
Someone almost
Most
got
everything else.
We could have left it well alone. It was doing fine out
Everything
there.
else could be classed as self-defense that we've done,
That was kind of what I was getting at.
including the dragon. I mean, we went to its lair, but it was
It was asleep.
attacking, townsfolk and their livestock.
It only attacked the animals.
So
So
far.
it was eating. It was only eating.
So then, community defense. Most everything we've done so far could be classed as community defense.
Preemptive defense. Murder.
I mean, and as a follower of Erastil, community is extremely important.
Yeah, see?
Community
That's
found.
right.
Good.
So murder is good, is what you're saying.
Murder can
No,
be
community
good.
defense is good.
Well, I was talking to Asher, since that seems to be what Asher's point is.
Asher,
That
yeah. Murder can be good. Murder can be not good. If murder happened to me, that wouldn't be good. But see? Yeah. My logic is perfect.
So
other
one
party
option is to
members just
go
kind of
carry on this philosophical discussion with Mr.
that drink was in character, by the way.
With Broderick Quink, you mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
Quink. Another is to head up towards where this tribe of goblins came from, and this altar, probably this ceremony that they did. Thistletop.
Mhm.
What's it called?
No, it was right. Thistletop, I believe, is the
No, I
name
mean
of
the sub area of Thistletop where they did the
Oh,
ritual.
the forest up there? Where's our...
I'm checking for it.
Oh, our
This
map's
is-
not in this one.
Oh, I can give you guys a map. Give me a
Thistletop
moment, let's continue the
Shrine.
conversation.
The shrine. There's a shrine there that we would be.
Put it on top.
Yes, you're not aware. So Asher is the only one who's been near Thistletop.
Ooh.
You've seen it. It is, yeah, kind of a big mound in the water just off the coast. Several miles north of here. You've not actually gone there, so you don't know much about it other than there's a goblin stronghold there. There could be a shrine somewhere on the island, you don't know. You've never heard
It
anything
looks
about
like
it.
a skull.
We heard about the shrine in the journal.
Oh, yes. No, I'm not saying that you haven't. Yes, the journal mentioned the shrine, but Asher's just not aware of there being like a place called Thistletop Shrine right here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, Greshy will pull out the map and start looking over it to see if that helps us figure out where to next after we talk to Mr. Quink.
Option
Did we want to try and hire this Shillelagh person to see if they can give us some guidance?
She's out of town right now, wasn't she?
Oh,
Isn't that
that's
what it
right.
said?
That's
Yeah.
right.
She comes around once a month or something.
So it's been a couple
she was
weeks,
last,
I think.
She was last seen roughly 2 weeks ago in town. So she's not due probably for another 2 weeks.
Well, I suppose we can just kick back and relax for 2 weeks, right?
Option 3 is to spend some time doing fortification, maybe.
What about the underground area? Did we mention
Yeah,
one
option
for
4,
that? Yeah.
continuing to explore the tunnels.
We will want to do that at some point.
Mhm.
In fact,
Hopefully the guards already reinforced the entrance, so there shouldn't be anything sneaking out, but
if not reinforced, like in architecturally, at least they're guarding it.
that's what I meant.
Okay.
That they were preventing the things from coming out that they weren't expecting.
Right.
But at some point, if there are things that are still coming out, we may need to go in and take care of it. I don't think the guards are going to want to do that. Unless they're
All right.
dealing with sin spawn.
So, proposal the first. We go and visit Broddard Quink in the morning. We go and explore the tunnels in the afternoon.
Yes, I like that idea.
Sure. Yeah. Sure, that works for me. We can go explore the tunnels. I do need to swing by some store and pick up a couple things.
Oh yeah, we should do that.
Do they just have lockpicks in the hardware store?
I'm hoping so. I just need long pieces of metal. I can kind of curve it as necessary.
Seems like the sort of thing they. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, seems like the sort of thing you might get, a little bit of flack about buying.
I could go see if there's some metal just lying around someplace and do it, or I can just get a nail. If they got some nails and I can work it into the shape I need, it just depends on what they've got to offer.
Big enough that you suppose they have a thieves guild. I think a thieves guild here would be like 2 guys, maybe 3.
I think I'd be the thieves guild at this point.
Maybe it's a very dishonest town.
Turns out everybody's out to get you.
Everyone's a thief. The whole town is nothing but a thieves guild, and they're all anonymous, so they don't know each other's in the thieves guild.
I suppose.
Every night, and there's a suspiciously lot of people there.
Here's the map.
While there are probably some thieves in the town, and there might be some amount of organized crime here, it's maybe a little small for a proper, full-on thieves guild. But
Right.
You could certainly go around and try and collect that information.
I'm pretty sure I can find the things I need at a general store. So we can swing by there on the way to wherever. Don't know if you a lot need anything.
I do actually need more bolts, at least.
That's a good point. How many of those do I have left? Another set of bullets wouldn't be too bad. Did you need anything, Gunn?
I think I haven't really used anything consumable yet. I've still got my full complement of arrows. I haven't had opportunity to engage in any ranged combat. I didn't take any. I took a dent to a shield. Is there anything you need to do to repair that?
Yes, that's a crafting check to repair it if you've got the tools for it.
Or a blacksmith giving him a silver?
Yeah.
That kind of thing?
Yeah, you could certainly go over to a blacksmith and have them
Well, we could probably find all the things we need at a blacksmith.
10-15 minutes to hammer it out.
All right. That works for me.
All right, well, let's head over there now, once we finished our breakfast, of course. And then we'll head over and talk to this Quink fella.
Okay, you're going to Quink first, or are you looking for a smithy?
We're going to look for the smithy first.
Okay.
Yeah, probably on the way.
Okay, since you guys aren't really regulars in town, someone should give me a diplomacy check to gather information on where you might find a good smithy around
I
here.
will inquire among the townsfolk. Pardon me, sir or madam, do you know where exactly I might find an establishment that smiths metal? 22.
Okay. Sorry. 22.
That's good enough. They probably won't even mind that I don't know their gender.
Yeah, it's a person of ambiguous gender. They've got a hood up, and sort of longer blonde hair, and you're sort of tapping them on the shoulder from behind. They turn around, and you're still not sure what gender they are, but it doesn't matter. You're looking for Smithy. I think. The Red Dog Smithy is usually pretty good. If you're looking for sort of arms and that sort of thing. Otherwise, Sava's Armory. I hear she has a bit less of a temper than the guy who runs the smithy.
I'll go with temper.
Oh.
Very well. And she gives you some explanation of how to get there. So brief set of directions.
Okay.
And yes, chat asks an important question. Did Asher leave the head under the table?
I left the head under the table. Oh no!
Do you run back for it, or are you just gonna leave it there?
Do I remember I left it under the table though?
Probably not there anymore.
You just something whispering in your head. The head.
Oh no! I have to go back for the head. I need the head.
If it's gone, you'll have to call your bank and get them to cancel it.
I know I'm gonna have to.
There was a joke there. You were waiting.
Change all my account passwords and everything. Thank goodness. All right,
So-
I'm gonna go back on the head.
Okay, Asher goes running back to the inn. Luckily, it looks like Bethana is just in the middle of collecting the plates that you guys left behind. And you're back so soon.
I left something under the table. I need to get it.
Oh yes, that bag. I put it over by the counter.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, she didn't throw it away.
It's quite smelly, dear. You should get rid of it if it's garbage. Shouldn't keep those sorts of things around.
I need it for a little bit more, and then I'll get rid of it.
Okay, very
Totally.
well.
Not waiting, by the way. I'm going straight to this.
Oh, I was
Okay.
hanging out with Sean.
All right.
You can go back if you want.
So Greshy and Gunn make their way over to a Red Dog Smithy. You see there's a big wooden sign with what appears to be the head of like a mastiff kind of etched into it. You enter through the big wooden doors, and you can hear the sounds of metal on metal, hammer hitting anvil, or hitting the metal on the anvil, I suppose. Inside are a variety of arms, pieces of armor, various other equipment, just random bits and bobs of metalwork, and one sort of tall, bald, and extremely muscular fellow, basically just wearing pants and a smithing apron, just hammering away at the anvil. Doesn't notice you when you come in.
Let's see. I will flex on him and see if I can get his attention by out hustling him. Trying to just we'll do the subtle one up each other thing if you get.
So how
Well, right now he's not even looking at he's.
You
I'll
walk into
cough.
someone's store and
I will yeah, and I'll give a little cough
I really thought you were actually gonna go over and start flexing at him and be
my
like,
masculinity, I need this.
I flex you.
You thought right.
What on earth even would that be?
What kind of roll is
it? Diplomacy.
Maybe that's athletics or diplomacy. Let me.
Athletic diplomacy. What's the difference?
Diplomacy, make an impression. Sure. Let's go with a minute of you guys flexing back and forth. Yeah, give me a diplomacy check to try and make an impression on this guy.
All
please.
right.
Oh, please. Ooh.
Oh my
We
god.
got a 23.
Okay, you kind of cough and a few times, and eventually he turns and looks at you, and you like kind of flex your biceps, and he gives you kind of a strange look and kind of flexes back at you, and you guys continue to flex back and forth for about a minute. I can see you're a man of culture as well.
Right, I heard I could get a good temper on this shield here. As a dent.
Is that all? Sure, I can take
For
care
the
of that
moment.
for you.
We're also going to
Um,
be around for a while, and we'll likely have need of further services.
Yeah, you need anything made of metal, I'm your man. But here,
I can see.
why don't you hand me that
Can
shield?
do that.
I can get that done for you. It's just a copper.
All right, I'll pass him the shield and throw a copper on the desk.
Okay. He takes the shield and goes over to the back and starts working on the repairs. It'll only take a few minutes. Feel free to browse if you want. Come back later, I don't care.
I'll wait. I'll take a look around.
I was looking to see if they had any bullets, like just a 10 count bag of bullets, and if they happen to have any picks for thieves' tools. Otherwise, just bits of metal that I can kind of craft myself to fit.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't have something specifically like thieves' tools proper, but he does have basically, yeah, he has tools available that you can.
Yeah, there's like a
use as
nail or
exact
something
replacements,
thin
yeah.
enough that I can.
Yep. So
Alright,
you can buy those for the price listed in the book if you have that open. Otherwise, I am almost at the page.
Okay. Well, you got.
Yeah, I'll find it
Closer.
real quick. So you wanted bullets for your sling.
Yes.
You can. It's a copper for 10 bullets.
Easy.
He's got several cases of those, and it comes in a case or a bag. And the other thing you wanted, I need to stop hitting my mic. Sorry about that. You wanted lockpicking stuff. What are these called? Thieves' tools. Replacement picks. It's 6 silver apiece. And because of your nice flexing friend over here, he's willing to offer 5 apiece. Like 5 silver for a set of replacement picks.
What's the proprietor's name? Did we get that?
No, you did not get it, but I have his name. Corvette. Das Corvette.
Das Corvette.
Yes. Uh-oh. We've got a...
The little crow. If you mix enough languages.
Yeah.
Has Will disappeared?
Yes, he seems to have
Oh no.
briefly vanished. Well, let's make this a quick break then. Sorry, everybody. We'll get this sorted real quick. BRB. And we're back. Sorry about that. Computer issues.
Yay.
But yes, his name is Das Corvette. He just kind of grunts at you the answer, and he's got kind of I guess much like Gunn, he's got quite a large number of just scars all up and down his arms. He's even got
Nice.
like a scar across one of his eyes. Looks like a man with some history.
Looks like a cool guy.
Well, here you go. 1 fixed shield. And he slides it over the counter to you.
Thanks very much.
You ever need anything else, just let me know.
I'm sure we'll be back. And
that
that's all
that
we
all
need
you want?
here.
Has
Yeah.
Asher caught up by now?
Yes. By now, Asher is just making it through the door. You had to like ask around town to find your way because you kind of missed out on the directions.
I didn't know where it was. But I'm here now. And I'm looking for bolts for my crossbow.
Bolts for your crossbow. Yes. Actually, yes, he does carry those here. They're not made by him, but they are made by some other local craftsmen.
That's okay.
Crossbow bolts. It's a silver for 10. It's a case of 10.
What's the weight? Is there a weight
they
on
are
it?
light, so you can have 10 of those. Will become one bulk.
Okay. Well, how many bolts do I have? Oh, here it says. Oh, I can have a lot actually. Can I have 20 of those?
20 boxes of them.
No, 20 bolts.
Oh, 20 bolts. So
It's
two
10 in a
packs.
box, right?
Yeah, 10 in a box. And each box is light.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, so each box is
Each little box is considered light bulk and has 10 bolts inside of it.
okay, and how many is equal to one bulk?
10 light items is one bulk.
So you need 100 bolts for a bulk.
Okay.
Light
Can I
bulk
just
is
have
basically
100?
0.1. Yeah, if you've got the space, sure.
Yeah, I have the space.
Rapid
And
fire
you got the money.
crossbow.
Yeah, you buy 10 cases of bolts, crossbow
10
bolts.
silver?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'll never need to buy them again.
You kind of clean off the shelf.
Until you
of-
need masterwork ones and enchanted ones.
I'll just get rid of them then.
Okay.
Alright, perfect.
All right. With your new things in tow, is there anything else you guys needed to find or purchase?
Don't think so.
Paper.
Paper.
Need some paper?
Yeah, I want some paper.
It doesn't look like he sells that here. Mostly sells,
Yeah.
arms and armor.
If we find ourselves in a place where I can buy paper, it's fine. I don't need desperately paper. I don't need to go somewhere else for paper.
Okay. So you guys head out the
Yeah.
shop. Where are you going now?
Yep. The lighthouse.
The big thing.
All right. The old light.
The old light.
It's easy enough to spot. It's the only massive thing on the skyline. On stream, this thingy right here, somewhere. That.
That.
So hard to point on stream.
Mirrors, so.
Yes. So you guys gather your things, make your way out in that direction. I believe it's on the north side of town, by the water. The walk doesn't take long, maybe 15-20 minutes to get there. And just as the Acolyte told you, there is a rather new looking house, a small house, maybe only one room. But yeah, totally new construction, just kind of right up next to the lighthouse. Single smokestack chimney that is currently, looks like it's currently running. There's like a small wisp of smoke coming from it. It's fairly early in the day, so can't tell if there's any lights on inside or candles or anything, but the window is open, and there is there's curtains that are kind of blocking the window, but clearly air is coming inside. Someone must be inside.
Let's go knock on the door.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys walk up. Who's knocking?
I'll knock.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh,
you
we're
knock.
both
Go
knocking.
ahead.
They both knock at the same
We
time.
both knock.
Okay, you both approach and knock on the door at the same time, with perfect synchronicity. There's nothing for a moment. In another moment, you hear a meow and some small padded, small footsteps. And what is? Must be guests. I haven't had guests in so long. You can kind of hear from the other side, muffled by the door. And after a few moments, an older gentleman. I can switch to map view and show you guys on stream if you're here. Older gentleman, in kind of sagely old robes, sort of blue overcoat with a orange, I don't know what this is, like a blanket cloak top that he's got on. Shawl? Yeah, shawl.
Maybe.
Shawl is a good word. He's currently got one rather massive looking tome in hand, and he kind of adjusts his eyeglasses as he takes a look at you all. I don't believe I've seen you before. Have we met?
We have not. We've just been in town recently.
Oh. Well met, strangers. I'm Broderick Quink. Good to meet you.
Indeed, well met. We heard you
You're
might
not here
know
to collect taxes, are you?
No.
Do you owe any?
Think about it for a second. No.
Greshy.
Good. I was worried you might be tax collectors. That's they can be frightening folk. Those Abadar folk.
No, we actually heard you might know something about a creature we encountered just the other night.
A creature you encountered?
In spawn.
Why
So
don't
that's
you? Yes, I know many things about many things. Here, why don't you all come in for some tea then? I don't believe I caught your names though. And he sort of motions you all inside.
I'm
Well,
Asher.
yeah, I'm Gunn, and this is Greshy.
Greshy Ironroot. Pleasure to meet you.
Phelan also kind of walks in. The cat looks at Phelan curiously and then kind of runs off, hides behind a couch or something. There appears to be this space is fairly small. It's pretty much just a small living room. There's a door in the back that looks like it's open and seems to lead to a small bedroom with just a bed in it. And kind of attached to this living area is a very small kitchen, where he's currently got a tea kettle brewing over what appears to be a magical flame.
So spellcaster, are you?
Oh no, I just I acquire items in my time, handy little things. I got this one in Magnamar a few weeks ago. It's quite nice, actually. You should get one yourself. If you're a drinker of tea. Would you like any tea? I have some peppermint going right now.
Sounds
I'll have
fine.
some tea.
Sounds delightful.
Okay. And he puts down the book and pours you each a cup of tea, and motions for you to find a place to sit. There's kind of one large couch, a stool, and a what looks like just kind of a disused chest.
Greshy sits on the floor.
Out of character. While he's gone, you should dump the head on his coffee table.
Coffee tea.
He'll come back in carrying the tea, and then
My God.
Is there a nice coffee tea? I'm gonna sit on the chest first of all. That's where I'm going.
Okay,
Near
you.
the coffee table near the chest.
Does he have a coffee table?
Yeah, I'm like, is there a coffee table?
Let me roll to see if he has a coffee table.
But it's a tea table, apparently.
No, he does not have a coffee table. He mostly just has piles of books all around.
Okay, I
and
don't want to put
scrolls
it on
and
his
things.
books.
Oh, come on.
I'll put it on my lap.
Just like
Okay,
mounts
it's
it
just,
there.
you just have the bag on your lap.
Mhm.
Okay, he comes by and brings each of you a cup of tea, and then takes a seat on. I think nobody took the couch, right? So he'll take a seat on the couch. And okay, what creature is it you would like me to tell you about?
Ooh, I'm so excited. And I take the pouch
Brace
and I
yourself,
open it.
sir.
And
Brace
Well,
yourself.
I put the tea
I
to
needed
the
to give him
side.
warning.
I'm like, oh, and then I open the sack and I pick the head out like this in
Oh,
front of
oh Lord!
Yep, hope you braced yourself.
Is it dead? And
I
he
look at
adjusts
it,
his
I think
glasses and kind of
so.
leans in a bit.
Do they
Uh,
not die if you cut their heads off? I ask.
What
It's a solid question to ask now while you're carrying the head around.
Uh-oh.
Is that a sin spawn?
I
We
think
believe so.
Yes, that almost certainly is a sin spawn.
Oh, I have this.
Where did you find one of these? If you're listening and not watching, Charlotte is holding up a pumpkin trick-or-treat
Halloween.
Halloween basket.
Is that one of the McDonald's ones? That you
Yeah, it is. Safety tested for children of all ages.
Good, of course.
That's
That's
significantly
entirely-
happier looking than
A
Lollipop.
facsimile of a head of a Sid spawn.
Excellent prop.
Children can play with the Sid spawn head now.
it
filled
works.
with
Okay.
candy. I have it.
I've never seen one in person. But that almost certainly looks like the descriptions I've read. Yes, where did you find such a specimen? These haven't been seen since the ancient days of Thassalon.
We found it in the tunnel, or I guess it was a tunnel underneath the glassworks.
Till last night, they hadn't.
Underneath
And
the
last night-
glassworks, my.
Last night, the head was attached to the body.
Yes.
It was alive until we slew it.
And cut the head off. That's why it's here.
Curious, it was just waiting there.
It had a friend.
It seemed to be in service to some other master who's still at large.
Thank you, Monopot Studios, for the raid of 11 people. Sweet, I'll take it. Sorry, what you just said? Yes. Well, interesting. Those. Someone was with it. What do you want to know exactly?
How did Sin spawn come about? And why would it be hiding underneath the glassworks?
That's a good question. If memory serves, they were, legends state that the sin spawn were created as beings of pure sin by the ancient Runelords. They were minions of sort, bent to do their dirty work.
How intelligent are they?
They can be quite intelligent. They do have free wills of their own. They're not like standard undead. They're more like vengeful spirits. Oftentimes they are... the stories state that they're created from the souls of particularly sinful individuals. Usually from some sort of... I believe they called them rune wells.
What is a rune lord?
Oh, the Runelords were the ancient rulers of Thassalon.
I have a strange feeling that we should learn more about them.
No,
Something
really?
Tells me.
Runelords are... well, they were the ancient rulers of Thassalon. Each one studied and perfected their own school of magic. Thassalon was quite fond of the arcane, and many in their culture pursued it to their absolute limits. But as far as we know, their civilization died out quite suddenly. Not much still exists from those times. The old light, and he motions towards the one of the windows that you can kind of see the side of the old light outside. I believe the old light is from those times. There are many Thessalonian structures all throughout Varisia. It seems as if the Thessalonian Empire covered quite a large stretch of the continent, if not the world.
Good to know. A couple more questions. First, what should we do or not do if we encounter more of these beasts? Other than slay them.
Right. The more obvious one.
Do they have any weaknesses we might exploit?
Weaknesses?
Anything we should watch out? Any special capabilities we should watch out for? One of them bit me and it sickened me for a time.
He's gonna sort of think about that in response to that question. I know they can be particularly sinful creatures. The full extent of their capabilities, I'm unsure.
The tea is nice, by the way.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. I bought it here in town. I believe Vendor sells it.
All right, we're going to want to swing by there.
That's the guy with the daughter.
Ah, that's right. The one who came on to me.
Oh, yes. His daughter's quite friendly,
She's
he
like
says with some hesitation.
I mean, she has the right to be, but not really my style.
Nudge, nudge, say no more.
They had fine watermelons.
Ooh.
Second question, if we're done with his response to my previous question.
Yeah,
I might have been vamping for time.
he spends some moments trying to think about it, but he just shakes his head. I'm not aware of any particular weaknesses. I know that each Sinspawn usually have a particular sin that they're attuned to. These sins themselves are sort of a corrupted form of magic that was employed by the Runelords. It's possible. I don't know if any of you have studied magic that much, but I assume you're all aware of the arcane schools of thought: transmutation, conjuration,
Oh, yes.
invocation, etc.
Sure.
Yes, each of those, it is theorized, can be associated with a sin in particular, and as such, the opposition schools to each school is said to be sort of the counter to the other's magic. Sorry, did that make sense?
Rock, paper, scissors.
More or less. No, not rock, paper, scissors. Opposites. They counter each other directly. Not
Fire and water, perhaps?
Yeah, fire and water. There you go.
Yes, in a way. I believe each school has two opposite schools that the Runelords were known to shun.
Okay, so it's Magic the Gathering.
Sure.
Got it.
Or
Anyway, Broddert, do you think, in light of this discovery, there's any danger to you here, staying close to the old light? We don't know where the tunnels we discovered go, but fair bet they might connect under the old light. Could be some nasty stuff awakening there. If it
That's a
comes
thought.
out, if it comes out around here, you could be in danger.
That is interesting. I've been studying the old light for some time, and I haven't seen any passageways underneath. Perhaps I should be a bit more careful and look out for those.
If you see anything strange, you might want to head the opposite direction. At least for the next.
And let somebody know. Don't keep
couple
it to
days.
yourself.
Yeah,
something
good
safe.
call.
I see, and he kind of nods. I'll do my best to be careful. But research waits for no man.
Should we show him the journal?
Fair enough. Well, if you do get the opportunity to warn the townsfolk, that would be much more valuable than risking yourself. That'd be great service, actually.
Certainly, I can try, but not many people in town listen to an old man like me.
Trying to use some diplomacy to convince him not to risk himself if anything happens.
I mean, you get the sense that he probably won't try to risk himself.
Great.
He seems to be going along with what you're saying. He just mostly doesn't think that the townspeople will actually believe him if he does go try to say something.
Well, tell the mayor, the Father Xantus, or the sheriff that we sent you, and they will listen.
Okay, I'll do that. Yes, that sounds amenable.
Aye.
Now, tell me, did you manage to find where this creature came from? Did you find a rune well?
We're going to explore further tonight.
What does it look like?
That I couldn't tell you. I've always imagined they looked like normal wells to me, but
Just a well with some runes written on the side, and then there's, the bit up top where it hangs with the bucket to go down, and when you pull it back up, it comes out with a sin spawn. Something like that.
yes, that's what I imagined based on the descriptions. But
Sounds reasonable to me.
Thessalonian is very hard to read.
Asher, were you looking for paper because you have some artistic talent?
No.
No,
I can try and draw.
Me? No.
for taking notes.
Yeah, it was because we've needed it at certain points, and I was just.
All right. I mean, if we wanted to swing by the vendors anyway, pick up paper or whatever, wouldn't hurt.
Could be worthwhile if now that we know something about what we might encounter. Bringing back some notes would be potentially valuable.
Did we still have the journal on us, or did you give that to the town
I
guard?
think I gave it to the sheriff.
The sheriff Hemlock. Yeah, sounds about right.
There were those drawings in it that he might know something about, like her claw hand and the scars on her tummy.
Oh yeah, there was a name we could tell him.
Yeah.
I remember it. I think starts with an M. M name. Demon.
Oh, Malfeshnikor.
That's the one.
Malfeshnikor mean anything to you?
Malfeshnikor.
Name of a demon.
It certainly sounds like a demon's name. I don't know much about that, I'm sorry to say.
Do you know much
Demons
about
can-
quasits then?
Oh, well, of course. Quasits are quite nasty little creatures. What do you need to know about them?
There may be. That may be the one down below with the sin spawn. Might be making them. Might
Might
just
be the master.
Yeah, something like that. So it's the one
very
that's pulling the
curious.
cord, bringing up
Quasits
the sin spawn from the bucket.
Quasits normally don't act on their own in the world of the living on the material plane. They usually have a master of some kind, or most often act as familiars to other creatures. If you're looking to fight one, well, legends say that most demons are weak to cold iron, should you have any of that on you. Otherwise, I believe they are repelled by the powers of good and, like many demons. Quasits, too, they have particularly large ears that amplify sound. I believe they're quite weak to loud noises. In parens, sonic damage.
Loud and clear.
Not much I can do with that, but still good to know. Just in
But
case.
they could be quite tricksy. They're very small, so be careful around them. I've had a run-in with a Quasit myself, and it was quite irritating, actually. They can change shape into all manner of beasts, and they can be quite poisonous as well.
We're not sure whether the one that's involved here is a member of the group or serving a member of the group.
Well, I don't know. I guess it might not matter too much either way.
Yeah, fair enough. There was one other thing that we were going to ask him in connection with our discovery. Trying to remember, it was fairly important. Either other members of the group, or it was either a creature or a place or something else. There was one other.
There's a Lamash too that's the only other demon name that's in.
Oh, isn't that a god?
Yes,
I don't know.
Lamashtu
Did we
is
ever
the
find out?
goddess
No,
of
there's the-
evil monsters. Yes,
Okay.
Gunn knows. Gunn knows
Okay.
this.
The transform. I think it might have been the transformation that this celestial is undergoing. Half celestial is undergoing.
She's a demon hand.
We can tell him about the ritual, which has begun her transformation into a demon,
Maybe a succubus. Probably not, though.
but probably not.
That does sound quite disturbing. I'm not familiar too much with rituals like that, or you say this is a ritual to Lamashtu?
Seems likely.
Yes,
Yes, we believe
certainly
so.
sounds like unholy business to me. But I'm sorry, I can't tell you much about it either way.
Okay.
It's fine. What's this business that you have with Abadar's tax collectors? They've been causing you much trouble?
Well, I've diplomacy check if you want him to talk about that.
Oh,
He just seems kind of flustered. and-
That's all you.
Oh, what's that look
Greshy.
like? That's an 11 total.
I'd rather not talk about it. Let's just say that the paladins of Albadar could be quite annoying.
Were they asking unfair taxes or just being persistent?
Persistent.
Are they in charge
But
around here?
let's leave it. Let's leave it there. No, I haven't seen any in a long time. That's part of the reason why I came out here.
Ah. Okay. Well, I think that's all we wanted to ask you for today.
Yeah.
But we will definitely let you know what we find in the ruins. Assuming we make it out alive and don't all die today.
Ha ha. A funny joke from Gunn.
Well, if you find anything interesting, or if if there are ruins down there, like you say, I'd love to see anything Thessalonian. Perhaps I could pay you a sum for it. I don't have much in the way of money, but it would certainly help my research.
I'll definitely pick some stuff up. Do you want more heads? Like this?
Just like that.
I'm okay without the heads. Thank you.
Do you want this head?
Yeah, he kind of looks at the head and... no, I'm afraid it would spook Anna.
It's okay. We
You
don't
hear
want
like
to
a little
spook
meow
the
from
cat.
the corner of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Take it with me.
Is that also the dog's name?
That was
Oh, yeah.
Annabelle,
That was Annabelle.
Okay.
not Anna. Annabelle.
Okay.
And then it changed to something else because the bastard couldn't remember his own dog's name the day after she died.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still hate that twat.
All right.
Back to the blacksmith real quick, in case they have any cold iron ammunition.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So you guys bid farewell to
Yes.
Rodert Quink.
Thanks again for the tea. Pay your taxes. They won't bother you that way.
He doesn't have to pay his taxes.
He's got a
Everybody pays their taxes.
I don't
he's
pay
got a
my
secret
taxes.
fortune.
Greshy.
that he's absconded with to live in the countryside.
Oh, Asher. You're going to get yourself in trouble one of these days.
I live in the woods. It's okay. They'll never find me.
You're not wrong.
Okay.
But if you
so
live in the
guys
woods,
are-
there's not much in the way of taxes to pay anyway.
It's true. I'll pay taxes to the squirrels.
Sure, they'd appreciate it.
All right. So you guys are all heading back to the armory
Yeah.
in search of what are you looking for?
Cold iron armaments, specifically ammunition, it sounds like. But I suppose if
Ammunition
they've
is probably
got...
the cheapest, but if they have
Yeah.
knives or swords, could be worthwhile too.
Daggers or hatchets.
Okay. Let me take a look at that real quick for you. Leave this back here. So you guys are the shopkeeper has to kind of check around in the back while you guys are sort of hanging out. And I guess rather than me looking it up on stream, why don't we just go to our first break here? Makes it
Okie
easy.
doke.
All right, we'll be back in a little bit. We'll just take a quick bathroom break and such. So, BRB. There we are.
There we are.
And we're back. So, you are here in the Red Dog Smithy with Das Corvet, and you're asking him about cold iron weapons and potentially ammunition.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got a bit of cold iron in stock. I could make you something, or I do have some cold iron ammo, various types. It's pretty pricey. Usually costs about 50 more gold than the usual. 60 if you're
Yikes.
Buying
a weapon.
What is expert quality bolts to begin with?
Expert quality? How much do those cost? I can have that right here. Expert quality. I guess 350 silver?
So 35 gold.
Yes.
So I suppose if you're spending the money on experts, you might as well upgrade to the cold iron while you're at it, but it's a bit spendy.
Yeah. Let's I think that's beyond my that's a lot of money. I can't afford even a single box of 10. So We might be out of luck for now.
What does he have? What is he selling? I missed the weapon.
Oh, we're talking about cold iron bolts
Okay.
right now.
We're here trying to save the town. Who's he making this stuff for?
Hey, people who
Like-
want it. It's cold iron's expensive to buy.
It's a pretty rare resource.
No, he has a few simple cold iron weapons in stock already, or he can make you one in a couple hours probably.
A couple hours to make a sword. It's not bad.
Again, it would be like 500 silver. Plus,
Yeah,
the-
he can take one of his expert
Probably
weapons
would be like-
and apply the cold iron to it to finish it off.
I think that would make it 800 silver.
Can he take one of my weapons and apply it?
Yeah, if you have an expert weapon.
I have an expert dagger.
That's true.
Aye.
Let me see. And he holds out his hand to see the dagger.
And I give it.
And where'd you get this dagger from? Do you
Where
remember?
did I get it?
It was in the chest.
Yeah, you got it from
On the island.
the
The
Cave.
dragon, I think.
yes.
Wasn't
The
it?
Dragon's Cave.
Yeah.
Yes, in the tutorial before the show started.
Because we had talked about divvying up the things, and the expert dagger was the one thing I wanted.
Okay, he takes a look at it, kind of flips it over, eyes the quality. Yeah, this'll do. I think I can fix this up for you. Yeah, give me about 5 hours. I've got something else I'm finishing up right now, but
How much for it?
parts and labor, 60 gold.
Okay. I can
Yep.
afford that.
60 gold to
10 shots cost as much as a weapon. That's the rule here for ammunition. So anything like in terms of going to expert quality, or in terms
Oh,
of
sorry, it's a light
Yeah.
bulk item. No, it's 50 gold. Sorry, daggers
But
are
it's-
small.
it's already a +1, so so just making it cold iron is not going to
It's already expert, so
right.
yes,
Mhm.
it costs another 50 gold to make it cold iron.
Oh, I see.
The cold iron price is on top of the base item price.
I was misreading that. All right. Well, up to you if you want to do.
Ew.
Okay.
Do it.
It's 50 gold.
It drains me of a lot, but it's gonna be worth it when
and you're the only one who can kill
when
demons.
I can help.
When you can go up there and shank a demon, do it proper like. Do you have a crossbow, Gun?
No, I have a longbow.
So you wouldn't even need bolts. You would need arrows specifically.
Correct.
All right.
Correct, and I wouldn't prioritize that. That's more of a contingency weapon.
That's fair. Yeah, we
You
could
look like you're
upgrade your
thinking.
sword if you wanted, but I don't think we'd be able to keep it with the Dragon Slayer thing.
No. I think the dagger will do.
All right, then we have Asher's dagger, and I
Okay,
mean we've got
so
Phelan.
he-
Everything will be fine.
He can have that ready today.
In about 5
yeah,
hours,
he says he'll finish it up in hopefully about 5 hours. Just come back around then.
Well, that's going to take us a little while, and by the time that's done, it'll be later in the day. Do you want to see if we can help the town get prepared for any sort of invasion first, and then set out tomorrow morning?
Or we could go at night. Morning sounds better.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a thought. So, all right, well, we'll let him do that, and
You know, when I actually say that out loud, it sounds dumb.
going out at night.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just go down to the
Going into the dungeon and
caves
Well,
when
it's
it's
gonna-
dark out.
What
On the
only
one
one
hand-
person can see. And then we
on the
have
one
to-
hand, it's going to be dark no matter
Oh,
when
yeah,
we
you're
go.
right.
True, because it will be a cave, but
Yeah, there
have a
weren't a whole
day
lot of
nap.
sources of light in those tunnels.
well, Gunn was a source of light.
Aw, thank you.
Well, also I put light on you, but you know, multiple reasons. It was fine. Do we want to go head over to vendor's place? Vendors.
Yeah, I can get some paper.
I'm to grab paper. I feel like there's some other reason. I'm just looking at my list going if there was something else that I wanted.
You wanted tea.
You got
That's
lockpicks?
I just don't think I have anything with which to make tea.
Okay,
Swirl
so
it
you
around
guys,
in water.
you ask the shopkeep for directions to vendors, and he points you in the right direction. You guys head on over.
Excellent.
The dour Ven seems to be nowhere in sight. As you enter the, just looks like a all-purpose general store. They've got kind of section for groceries, various bits and baubles, various household supplies, lots of random things that you could possibly want. And Asher, you wander around looking for paper.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you find some paper. How much does paper sell for? Is a good question. Paper. It should be fairly cheap. And I don't know how to flip to the right page. Paper.
Chat wants to know if we sold the glass giraffe yet. Might not be the best time.
We're not selling the glass giraffe. That's mine.
It could be
Damn it.
considered hot also. It's, I
I
mean,
bought it. I paid for it. I'm not sure who I paid for it, but there's 30 silver waiting for whoever's supposed to come claim it.
oh, you did leave money behind
I did.
for some reason.
For the person who owns the glassworks that wants to be paid for their glass giraffe that I took.
Yeah, that person is dead.
So
Amico
they
technically owns it, I think.
It would fall to her, probably.
Yes, it probably falls to Ameko. So you do find they do have a writing set in stock. 15 silver comes with ink pen, quill, sealing wax, a simple seal, and a bunch of paper and parchment. And that is available for 15 silver.
15 silver. I will take it.
Okay. You now have a writing set.
Well, who's he buying it from? So you said
sorry. Yes.
I forgot.
So you pick up the items and go over
Honor
to
system here.
the front desk. There's like a little bell to ring for service. There's nobody there at the moment.
Ring, ring.
Okay. You ring the bell, and oops. Let's see. There's some shuffling in the back, and it's not long before a very loosely dressed woman comes stepping out from the back room. Her hair deep red, as in a bit of a mess. She looks like she's just woken up. It seems a bit kind of tired. Hello. How can I help you? And she kind of leans over the counter.
Hi. I'd like to buy this writing kit.
Oh, writing kit. Yeah, I think those are 15 silver. But, have I seen you in town before? And she kind of gives you she just stares right into your eyes.
Nope. I don't think I've seen you, so you couldn't have seen me. 'Cause I'm sneaky.
Oh, well, I'm Shayless. And she, puts a hand on top of yours. Like, your hand's on the counter, sort of pushing the, you pushed the writing kit towards her, and she, places a hand on top of yours. I'm Shayless, but, my friends call me Shay.
Okay, Shayless.
Shameless is more like it.
Watermelons.
I I guess I take out the 15 silver with my other hand, put it on the table, with my hand still like awkwardly under hers.
Oh, why didn't it show on this one? Okay, whatever. Okay. she takes the silver, and puts it in the register. Great. Well, thanks. But
Are we still
hey, she lets go, and as you're getting ready to step away, excuse me, sir, could you wait a moment? You look strong, and I was having a bit of trouble lately. I was hoping that maybe you could help. She kind of leans over the
Kind
counter.
of trouble.
We've got some quite a bit of a rat problem in the basement.
A rat problem.
Yeah.
How many rats?
A lot of rats. They've been getting into my father's wine lately. My father keeps a lot of his nicer wines down in the basement.
Those are very strong rats to get into the glass of the wine.
Yes, and there's also casks.
Oh
they've
yeah.
been, chewing through. It's really hard to keep them away. But I don't know, maybe someone strong like yourself might be able to take them out for me.
I turned.
she's kind of curling her hair.
She's just cracking up.
No, I turned to Greshy. Like, Greshy, do you think Phelan would like to hunt some rats?
And she looks over at Greshy. Oh. Sorry, what was I saying about I forgot. We already took care of those.
Oh, that's interesting that you've forgotten so quickly and then remembered again. But I guess some.
Yeah, I forgot. My father sent somebody yesterday. What was I thinking?
It's okay. You look tired. I understand.
Yeah, I've just gotta get back to cleaning back there.
I'm sure they've pooped a lot.
Perception check from Asher, I guess, since Asher's probably the closest.
Hold on.
But the rest of us are watching intently.
A 10.
I'm just laughing. She's just like, oh.
You guys are you're watching her intently. Okay, with a 10, yeah, you just see her kind of lazily strut over towards the door. Well, big boy, if you need anything, just stop on by.
Okay, I will.
We always aim to provide great service here at Ven's.
It was good service today. Thank you.
She just kind of hangs out by the door there.
Oh, she's still there. Gunn, do you need anything from the store?
No, I think we can be done embarrassing Charlotte now.
Wait, who else is... Greshy needed stuff.
I think I got everything I needed. I'm quite
Alright.
set.
Well then, I guess we will be leaving. Though there is 5 hours where I
mean,
won't be...
did you want to go and make sure that the rat situation was taken care of down there?
Well, she seemed to have taken care of the rats.
Who knows? It's possible that there could be more rats.
This is the second time they've used that same. So
Greshy would know about the rats.
Greshy knew about the rats.
Greshy knew about the rats.
Yes.
I didn't know about the rats. Well, it seems to be taken care of, so I have no reason to stay here.
Well, I suppose, it would be impolite to not help a lady with her cleaning.
Are you guys just like whispering to each other
I'm not.
elsewhere in the store?
Greshy's not being quiet about any of this.
probably chatting on our way out the door.
I don't like.
More or less.
Do I look like someone who likes to clean?
Okay,
This is a fair point.
You guys are now
Like
outside
one
the
stack.
store.
Compared to some.
I'm pretty sure she was not looking for cleaning anyway, but
What do you think
Well,
she
she-
was looking for?
She's. I can't even say it. I don't think we're allowed to say that.
What?
What she's gonna
He was
clean.
looking for a roll in the hay, or whatever it is they've got down there. The rat bodies.
She has horses?
So as you
Greshy, I
guys
need
are
to be
talking
told.
outside the store, you see a rather, grumpy looking man come walking down the street with like a wheelbarrow of looks like some various produce, looks like vegetables.
Watermelons.
No watermelons, just
No
a
doubt.
few different
Must be out
kinds
of
of
season now.
vegetables. He kind of grunts as to get you to move out of the way and wheels them up into the store.
Maybe that's why they have a rat problem.
Well, if they're storing produce downstairs, yeah,
Yeah.
it's got to take better care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what? That's weird. Sorry. I was trying to show you guys, the players. Here's Shayless.
Yes.
Oh, there she is.
Watermelons.
And here is...
Is the red and the green. Get it?
sorry. And Mr. Van Vender, who just came walking by.
Oh, I thought his name was Vendor.
Yeah,
Close.
It's
Van Vender.
similar. Van Vender, the vendor.
Right.
But yeah,
Just
he
to make it like-
Van Vender is this very grumpy, dour-looking guy with big,
Mhm.
thick, dark brown beard. Is just dressed all in black, black vest over a black shirt, black sun hat. His is a black personality.
No reason for him to be so glum. Sure, the shop's doing fine.
Yeah, his rat problem is solved.
Yeah, he'll be happy when he hears about that.
Actually this dense, or is he just making jokes?
I am that dense.
Okay. Just
He is not making jokes.
Weight has nothing to do with it.
oh dear.
He truly is like, what do you think she wanted, Greshy? Like, what are you implying about the... He lives in the woods. He doesn't talk to people. He's carrying a head in a little sack.
Yeah, his
Oh,
social
boy.
skills are a little bit
Are a bit
wonky.
lacking. Worse than mine. Like, I still talk to people good, but
What's he doing?
so you know that thing that men and women sometimes do it together, and sometimes men and men, and sometimes women and women.
No. I'm alone in the woods all the time. I have no friends. You are my
Have you
friend.
seen animals doing things in the woods together?
Fighting?
They do other things. Trying to figure out how to explain this without being explicit.
I'm gonna corner you. Draw me here. I have paper. Draw me a diagram.
Greshy's going to
Greshy.
try. We're going to just hang out for a few minutes outside the store while Greshy attempts to draw a diagram of like two boars. And
Okay.
it takes a few minutes.
Give me a nature check, Greshy, versus
Okay.
Asher's intelligence DC.
That's a 21.
So, Asher, what's 10 plus your intelligence modifier?
10.
10 plus the modifier.
Yeah, I have no modifier. It's 0.
Okay, so it's yeah.
Okay. Over the course of maybe like 10, 15, 20 minutes, you are able to communicate the concept of animal mating to Asher.
I need a drink.
Oh.
Maybe this would have been better done in a actual bar instead of hanging out here in the. But does that make sense now as to what Miss Vinder was looking for?
Yes. I did not understand that interaction until just this moment, watching this diagram of boars.
It's the same principle.
I think I handled that well.
Oh yeah, you
Because
did.
I was not interested in any of that.
That's probably for the best then. Would have been entertaining for me, but anywho, let's go find some place to drink. That way Gunn is a bit more entertained.
Poor guy.
Also, I don't know. Did I show them my glass statue? I don't think I did.
Nope. No. You
Well,
never
then
did.
once we get back to the bar, I'm going to put it out on the table.
Oh, you're returning to the Rusty Dragon. Rusty Dragon. Inn.
Yes,
Rusty
the
Dragon.
Rusty Dragon.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way back to the Rusty Dragon Inn where you guys have been staying, and as the beers get poured, still by Bethana, you haven't seen Ameko all day. Yeah, you pull out this small giraffe statue, or glass statuette.
That horse's neck is so long.
Isn't it? I thought it was kind of strange.
Wow.
Must have melted a little bit.
Creative.
Not
Yeah, they
very
may have
good
stretched it a little
glass
too
lips.
far. I'm not sure. It's also yellow. I don't see many yellow horses around.
I'll inquire after Ameko if she's up in her room or
I mean, you can ask Bethana,
taking meals. Yeah.
who's hanging around.
exactly.
She went out earlier in the morning. Sounded like she needed to. They were going to bury her father and brother. So I assume she's wrapped up in all that. Now that she's the
You know where
last of the
that's-
kaijitsus, she's probably also got quite a lot of.
You know where that funeral's
paperwork to do.
happening?
Well, the burial would happen at the graveyard, right?
The town graveyard? I suppose it's
yes,
the only one.
They should be doing the burial at the cathedral, I assume. And she thinks that was this morning, though, so I'm not sure where she's at now. She might be at her father's manor, up on the hill.
Okay.
We should bring her something.
Yeah.
You
That would
think
be
they
worth-
try and steal his body back? The brothers?
Ooh.
I could see it happening. I mean, he was adamant that they would, or he seemed to think that that was worth killing himself over, that maybe they'd bring him back.
I mean, if he was planning that, he would have just stayed a prisoner because prison break's easier than a resurrection.
I'm not going to claim that he was the sanest man to be thinking that far ahead. But benefits of not being imprisoned is you never have to answer any questions that way. Whereas in dead, it's a lot harder to answer questions.
I'm not as worried about it. I think the ritual that they were using is tailored to like family members specifically.
No, hopefully they weren't related.
Yeah? No, the demon summoning ritual seems
Yeah.
to
Oh, the one that was turning what's her name into.
seems to require a family member.
Well, not a blood family member.
Well, that's a sacrifice. I was thinking more in
Or-
terms of trying to bring.
I thought that was her actual dad, and she was a half celestial.
My understanding is that that's an adopted situation, but she was found to be half celestial, or at least she has celestial blood. Something like that.
She was his adopted daughter.
Should we go and try and say hi to Amiko, make sure she's doing okay?
Yep. Go by the graveyard first, see if they've moved on from there, then up to her new manor.
Good call.
Okay, you guys make your way over to the cathedral then, to check out the graveyard. As you so you go into the, sort of the inner gates of the cathedral, walk around the side of the building, over to it's kind of just like a big metal gate leading into the graveyard itself, and you can hear a lot of voices. There seems to be some ceremony going on right now. And there are a couple of what looks like several families all lined up, standing currently, while Father Xantus is giving some kind of sermon. There are what look like 8 coffins lined up. And yeah, they seem to be doing some kind of memorial service for 8 villagers.
I wonder if these people died.
Pillagers.
Works.
Yeah, Asher, that's a very reasonable guess.
Mhm.
You don't recognize any of the families here from afar, and you don't see a Mako amongst them.
Okay. And none of the coffins look particularly more expensive than the others.
No, they all look like very basic wooden, with perhaps some simple engravings or etchings in wood, and some a bit of blue paint to signify Desna.
Very briefly pay our respects, maybe, and then continue on our way.
Okay, you go in and join the, or at least kind of stand a bit far back and just kind of watch the ceremony.
Observe a moment, and then.
Okay, so Gunn does this. Do the others do this too?
Whatever the equivalent of the, crossing yourself is with it. If your symbol is a butterfly, I don't know. You just make little loops.
You probably would do something more for Erastil, but
well, fair enough. But
they maybe make some kind of hand gestures or praise be to Yevon.
If I can praise the sun or whatever.
Okay, give me a religion check.
Religion. That better be a pretty easy religion check.
Yeah, it should be easy.
We have a total of 10.
Okay. Like I said, easy. So yeah, you recall the what the sort of common Desnan ritual is for this, and make the gestures yourself.
Are there already dug graves?
Give a few moments of prayer. Yes, there are already graves that have been dug, but they haven't lowered the bodies in yet.
Okay.
Looks like they're after a few minutes they start to lower the bodies in one by one.
Before they do, Greshy's going to walk by each of those graves and toss a copper piece into each grave.
Okay. Yeah, as you do, each of the family members, thanks you for that. They just thank you. Many of them seem to be sobbing or very dry-eyed, like no more tears can flow. But they appreciate the gesture.
Is that a particular religious observance or just something you decided to do?
It's my religious observance.
Okay.
They may believe the same as well, but this is more for my comfort than theirs. They're already dead.
Yep.
And you see them, they leave various flowers and things. But not staying for the full funeral service. You begin to step away back to sort of the entry area of the entry courtyard of the cathedral. And actually somebody is exiting the cathedral itself. A older woman dressed in full sort of suit of armor, donned with much the same symbols that Gunn has. You recognize her as Mother Tiketz. There you are, son.
Yeah, good to see you. Didn't know you were still in town.
Yes, I was getting ready to leave soon. The goblin mess kept me here longer than I thought I'd need to. But I hear you've been doing quite a lot of good so far.
Thank you. Well, yes, it's still not over entirely. There's far further threats to this area than we first knew. But we're working on it, so Kinley, you're welcome to. I mean, I'm not asking you to help any further. I know you're expected back.
Yes, my home is Heartwood. As much as this vacation to Sandpoint has been, well,
Anything but.
anything but, I must truly be home. And you know, Gunn, and she kind of places a hand on your shoulder. I know Heartwood isn't your true home, but if you, we'll always be open to you should you ever want to come back.
Thank you. I expect to be back eventually.
She nods.
Is that the monastery where I was ordained?
Yeah, it's like a small village. They have a smallish temple. It's much smaller than the cathedral here.
Right.
But they have a small temple to Erastil, and that's where she would have trained you.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I had already marked off from my sheet. No, I hadn't. I planned to send her back with a portion of my bounty thus far to help pay for the good they did for me. So I was going to send them back with 100 silver.
Okay. Yeah, she accepts. She takes it in hand. Yes, this will go to good work. We do need to do quite a lot of repairs on the old church building. Perhaps rebuild the school a bit. I know they were having some troubles with the one of the classrooms there. Thanks. This means a lot to me. It means a lot to us, the community.
You're welcome.
Well, I know that wherever you go, you'll hopefully bring Erastil's light to more families in need.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, Goblin Cave, with the raiding party of 5. Nice. Sorry,
Yeah.
random Twitch stuff. But yeah, Mother Tickets nods again, and makes her way out of the courtyard.
All right. Well, we were headed up to the manor.
Yeah. the
Kaijitsu Manor.
Manor.
Go see how Mako's doing. Hopefully she's all right.
Or if she's there.
Okay.
We'll find out.
You. So by this point, it is probably like 2, 3 in the afternoon. You're probably coming up on a couple hours until the dagger's ready. You head out to the far side of town, and you have to kind of go like around the bay a bit and up the hillside to the sort of nobles' quarter, where all the big fancy mansions are, kind of overlooking the town. You got instructions earlier of you could have asked, or you probably asked Bethana Corwin from the inn where to go, and she tells you which house it is. You make your way there, and it's quite the large manor. It's a massive house, probably 2-3 floors worth, multiple bedrooms on each floor, sort of deal. Looks quite nice. There's no one outside, no one around, and it's kind of just up against a cliffside.
Do you two want to knock again?
Let's
Yep.
double knock.
The dreaded double knock.
That's when you know you're in trouble.
Your combined Mystic Art technique. You both knock on the door in unison, creating a deafening roar of sound that deafens all within 30 feet.
This will come in handy for later.
Okay, yeah, you knock on the door. It takes a while, but you hear somebody say, coming. Yeah, it's the familiar voice of Ameko. And it's like, it sounds super far off, and you hear kind of running footsteps, and more footsteps and footsteps, and eventually she makes it to the door, opens the door, and she's kind of like out of breath. Oh, it's you all.
There's no need to rush. We could have waited.
Just
Sorry,
thought we'd come,
I didn't know who it was.
just come to see how you're doing.
Well, feel free to come in. I just had the lawyer in. We were going through Father's old things, contracts and so forth. It's incredibly boring. Please save me, please. Do you have anywhere that we could go? Please tell me that is there an emergency? Have goblins attacked?
We could go attack
Tomorrow,
goblins,
or later tonight. We're gonna go explore the tunnels.
or
later
we
tonight.
could go. Yes, we are planning to either tonight or tomorrow morning go and explore.
Sounds great. We're going tonight. Excellent. And she, let me, give me a sec. And she
All right.
closes the door and goes running off again. You hear the footsteps. And then a few minutes later, she comes back with she opens the door, and she's got like a bag filled with like scrolls and things. All right. Let's get out of here.
Sure. All right.
Walk and talk. I'm sure you actually came here for something. She closes the door, and begins walking with you
Well,
back down the hill.
glad she's doing okay at least.
Well, we were. I imagine that there's a level of grief that you deal with just by being busy, and then there's a level of grief that you deal with because, fuck everything, need to get away. So.
Distraction.
True
It's-
and true.
It's a bit of both. I mean, truth be told, I wasn't that close to my father.
Sure, you
My
still
brother-
didn't want to see him dead.
No. My father was a fool, but I don't know if he deserved to die like that. My brother, it was never the same since his argument with father. We always used to get along so well, and I don't know.
No.
She sighs.
There's still one thing we're waiting on before we head underground, which is, since there's a demon involved, we decided to have a weapon made that can be effective against it.
Oh, that's fine. We can go whenever you want. I can wait till tomorrow too. I just needed a good excuse to get out of
Oh,
there.
that's fair. Well,
There's
no
only
matter
so
then.
much looking at loans and lease papers and deeds, and I'm not cut out for this noble
Well, it
life.
might be ready around the time we could finish dinner.
Huh?
It has been
Sounds like
kind
a
of a
plan.
boring day. I think we could. I mean, I'm not against starting tonight.
we could go tonight. We can go tomorrow. Either way is fine. Just gonna wait for that dagger, and honestly, just seems like it'd be better to set out in the morning. Seems safer for some reason, but that just might be being comfortable in the day versus nighttime, whatever they're gonna do.
Okay.
We never did check in with whoever's acting as sheriff to see if they've got reinforcements guarding
That's
it.
true, too.
Should probably do that on the way back.
Sorry. Yeah, we could stop by. I still have the keys to the glassworks. Or
Oh,
we
sure.
could, if that's what you wanted to do. Otherwise, we could go check out the barracks.
Oh, you own the glassworks now, right?
Yeah, effectively, yes.
There's silver. There's several silver that I left for you. I took a statue, but there's
Oh,
silver.
You
for you
didn't
to-
have to
to-
do that.
Oh, it belongs to you. So
Oh, well, thank you for being honest, I guess.
Very
trade?
long horse.
it was a very long horse. Do you know what it is? And he pulls it
Oh,
out. to
you
kind of-
pull it out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, she is a bard. She has bardic lore. Let's see.
Does she know what a giraffe is?
With her natural one, no, she's never
Oh,
seen
no.
such a creature before.
It's a long horse.
She's just as mystified as you all.
Oh, it looked strange, but I liked the cut of it. So
Yeah, it's quite nice. The artisans my father hired were quite top notch.
I think we passed by their burial earlier. So
yeah,
unfortunately,
my father had them often stay late. It sounds like maybe they got caught by the goblins there. Well, anyway, I'm probably just gonna sell the place. I don't know to who. I'm gonna have the lawyer check around Magnamar, see if there's anybody there who might want to buy the place. Maybe we'll
There's
just
a lot of well-to-do
have them
people
tear
there.
it down. I don't know. But I'll figure something out, at least. Soon.
not something you should worry about today.
In the meantime, yeah, if you wanted to hit the sheriffs on the way back to the inn, could do that. Or you could go and we can just get started on the meal. I'm hungry. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, all right.
Sure, why don't I, yeah, we can, well, here, I'll go to the inn with you. Maybe we can get Bethana to cook up something nice. She looks at, Asher and Greshy. You can come with us, or you can go, you wanted to make sure that they've got guards posted, I guess?
All right, but we can just
the
ask
keys
if
if you want to go yourself.
Ooh, keys. Do you want to go on an adventure, Greshy?
Yes, in fact, I do.
Got
At
it.
first, it was like, we've got time to kill, and why not? We'll split up and go take a look at the glassworks real quick, see if there's anything laying about.
And we'll meet back at the inn.
Couple
Okay.
hours.
So Gunn and Ameko are going back to the inn, and Greshy and Asher are making their way over to the glassworks while there is still daylight. Okay. Gunn and Ameko, it's pretty simple. You just make your way back
Yeah.
to the inn. The other
We'll just
two, you reach the entrance to the glassworks, and there's actually a guard posted right outside. He's kind of watching both entrances.
Good.
And hails, it's you lot. Hello. What can I do for you?
We're here to make sure to see if you've seen anything, pretty much.
Nothing to report, sir. Been here since noon, I think. We're doing shifts, both here and downstairs.
How many guards are posted here?
Just two right now. One down in the basement, one here. I do patrols around the building to make
Where
sure
in the
nobody
basement
comes in and
exactly?
out.
Are they checking in the tunnels, or are they just checking the basement itself?
Guy sounds like he's on something.
What?
God.
You're not
Sounds
there,
like he's,
Gunn.
like,
Shush.
hyperactive. All right, I'm not there.
He's really
Don't make
nervous.
fun of my NPCs.
He cares
he's
about
just-
his job.
Yeah, he's just really gung ho. He's a green
He's gung-ho.
guard. Yes, his name is Gung Ho.
Joe UGH.
God damn it.
Not related.
So, what was your question? Your question was about.
So the guard downstairs, is he just watching the basement, or there's a tunnel that splits? Is he keeping an eye on both of those, or how is he keeping upstairs?
The boss said just to keep an eye on the tunnel. Didn't want anybody getting lost or hurting themselves.
That's
Make
fair.
sure nothing comes out.
You know what we should do? Sure. We should go take a look at the other tunnel, the one that goes out to the beach. See where that comes out at.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
If you don't mind, sir, Mr. Ho.
No problem. Carry on. I'll continue my rounds, and I'll patrol the rear of the building now. And he starts nervously making his way around the other side of the building. You get the sense that maybe he's pretty new to this sort of guard patrol work.
I did get that idea. We'll see how he does. Anyway, so I'll let us in with the keys, or whoever has the keys will let us in.
Yeah, let's go in.
Okay. You unlock the entry door and to the storeroom. There is the money you left on the counter.
I'm going
or on
to
the shelf
take the
that's
money
away.
back.
Okay, you pick up the money
Mhm.
to go give to her at a later date.
Yes, that's exactly it.
And make your way through the halls. As you proceed through the hallways, you can still see the bloodstains left behind from the encounters with the goblins. Their slaughter of the innocent workers here. You continue down the sort of long main hall into the sort of stairwell area. You proceed down the stairs into the basement. It's pretty dark in here. Are you producing any light? Once you go into the stairwell, it's pretty dark.
I can see pretty fine. Did you want some light, Asher?
I can't see a thing.
All right, then I'll put I'll go ahead and put lights on Asher's. Do you have your weapon out at all?
No, I figured that there's
Then
a
I'll put
guard
it.
down
I'll
there.
put it on your armor then. Just tap him on the shoulder.
We could put it on the head.
I'm putting it on the armor.
Yeah, Asher holds
I have
out
no
the
desire-
bag with the Sinspawn head inside, and you just tap him on the shoulder instead, and his armor
Yeah.
starts to glow,
That's fine.
radiate light.
I mean, you've
Okay.
got. If you really need a lantern, you've got a lantern. You don't need me to put light on your freaking head
That's true. I do have a lantern.
All right, you proceed down the stairs, and the hall is much like you left it. You take a left through the torn down plaster wall, and right around the corner there is another guard. And as you're approaching, he says, "Halt! Who goes there?"
It's me, Asher.
there. Name's Greshy. We're with an adventuring party that discovered this place.
Ah, you're the guys the captain said might come down here. Yes.
Aye.
Well met. What can I do for you? No suspicious activity to report yet.
Oh, good. That's exactly what we're checking out. We're also going to go down one of these tunnels and see where it goes to. But nothing to come out. No creepy noises or anything.
No, sir. No creepy noises to report as of yet, sir. I can. Do you want me to continue keeping guard here, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not sure if it's going to be taken care of quite yet. So, if you'll just keep an earnest eye out. Good
No,
lad.
We'll do. Stay safe,
Rachel,
sir. Sirs.
reach up and pat him on the shoulder, and keep going.
Okay. And Phelan, just kind of like barks
Yes.
at the guard. The guard smiles, and you guys continue down the tunnel. The stonework gives way to normal stone that's just been sort of chiseled through, and you reach the split in the path again. You can go left towards the sea breeze, or go right into the darkness.
We're going to the sea breeze. Want to see where that leads us to.
Okay. You make your way down this path to the left, and as you continue forward, the smell of salt water sort of, or the smell of sea breeze increases in intensity. Eventually, you come across what appear to be 10 sort of what do you call them? Sort of bales of hay almost. They look like makeshift bedding that have been just like laid out here in the tunnel. And the tunnel continues on a little bit until it reaches a dead end.
Anything left behind besides the mats of whatever straw?
You can give me perception checks to search them, if you wish.
Sure. See if they. I don't think goblins are much for journaling, but perhaps they left something behind. That is a 21.
And a 14.
Okay. With the 14, Asher, you're not able to. You just kind of sift around through a few of these makeshift beds, and don't find anything interesting. You find some loose bones. Looks like maybe half-eaten something or others. A human hand as well that's been gnawed on.
Gonna add that to your collection?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Gunn, not Gunn. Greshy, you find what appears to be a it looks like just a sort of nice-looking, well, relatively nice-looking dog slicer. One of these sort of standard goblin weapons stuck away in under one of the beddings. Just a simple. It's kind of a makeshift shiv.
Right.
The blade on it's really nice, but the rest of it is just kind of a branch with some rope strapped to it.
So when you say it's nice, it's still pretty shoddily made, but it's a nicer version than some.
No, just the blade itself looks nice. It looks nicer than
Okay.
most other dog slicers that you've seen.
I'll take it with us for the moment.
Is it like they found an actual forged blade and
Yes,
strapped
yeah.
it to something else? Okay.
All right.
Unlike
well,
many of the other ones, which look like they maybe kind of tried to forge something themselves and didn't really work out.
it halfway got there.
Yeah.
This looks more like they took a short sword or a dagger and took the handle off, and
Yeah.
or didn't have the handle.
Yeah,
Okay,
this looks
fair
like a nicer dagger that's been kind of turned into a dog slicer. But
All right.
that's the only thing of interest that you find here. Oh, sorry, you also find a bag with 8 copper in it.
So this is a dead end, like there's a wall and everything.
You can go approach and inspect the wall if you want. Perception.
A 20.
Okay, you make your way over to the dead end. You're definitely picking up more sea breeze. So it's certainly strange that the tunnel just ends. And you press up against the wall, and you feel it start to give. And you push a little bit harder, and the whole wall just kind of rotates outward.
Oh,
Oh,
a door.
that's
And
neat.
it appears to be, this sort of secret door built into the cavern wall here. And out before you is, you appear to be just on part of the hillside, overlooking the beach. And yeah, it's just the beach.
All right.
There's a kind of, what looks like I forget what they call those trails. There's a whole subreddit dedicated to them.
I know what you're talking about. Desire paths.
Yeah, Desire Path. It looks like people have walked through the grass here many times over the years, and now it's kind of, it looks like slightly thinned out in a way.
Fair enough.
Okay. This
Oh,
must be where they came in, I guess.
Aye, gives us a good lead on how they're getting in, and if we need to have this boarded up, we can do so.
Mm.
Okay.
So where do you think the other direction goes if this one was the way out?
Wherever the sin spawn come from.
Yeah, do you think those are the tunnels under the entire town?
Oh, aye. That's probably it. If this one's leading outside, then the other ones are going to be a bit more dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do you guys make your way back to the inn to go meet up with Gunn?
Yeah.
In the Mako?
That's
But I
what-
have something to do first.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yes, it's not as exciting as I have a turkey leg bone. I have 2.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I want to go to the entrance of the other area, the dark tunnel area, and I'm going to take the head and put it on the turkey bone and put the turkey bone in the ground.
To make a makeshift
warning.
spike
A
to
warning
warn
sign.
Yeah.
intruders. Okay. Do you roll crafting, I guess?
Ooh, crafting. How delightful. A 19.
Okay. With the limited tools you have at hand, you managed to get this sin spawn head on a kind. You kind of whittle away the top of the massive turkey bone.
Terrifying totem.
And create this small totem warning sin spawn to stay away. or other villainous creatures, I guess.
Excellent.
Okay, you have now
And I
left
feel
this.
accomplished, and now I go back.
Okay.
All right. How long would you say until your dagger's done?
It's probably about done. It's probably done by now.
No,
So
okay.
you guys can go
I
ahead
should
by
go
and
get
pick that up.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just gonna play fetch with Phelan on the beach for a few minutes, but fine, I guess so.
Okay, you guys swing back by the shop with the storekeeper whose name I've already forgotten again. Das Corvet. Das
Yes.
Corvet.
Das.
It looks like he's getting ready to close up shop. It's you guys again. Dagger's right here. And he kind of reaches under the counter and pulls out your dagger, which is currently wrapped in what looks like a sort of simple cloth. He
Ooh.
places it on the table and unwraps it, and the blade you can see now has this this kind of bluish tint to it. It looks like it looks like it's been tempered, and the cold iron has been sort of molded around it. But
Nice.
it kind of shimmers in the light of the torches inside the building. Take a look over it. Should be
Yeah.
good. Quality craftsmanship. That's what you get here at my shop.
I need
At
job.
this place
I
where I
didn't forget
am,
his name. His shop.
Red dog.
Red Dog.
Yes, Red Dog Smithy. Yeah,
It's Das
definitely that.
Krogan.
Das Krogan. Das Krogan. Shepherd.
Corbin.
You take a look at the dagger. It appears to be quite nice. He has though carved his name, or like etched his name into
That he
the
doesn't
side of the
even know.
blade.
That's okay.
His own name. His own name.
I'll stab people with his name. In his name.
Excellent. He'll probably be happy with that.
That's good.
But you now have a expert quality cold iron dagger that might transform into something else next week once we have the real Pathfinder rules. But you make your way back to the inn afterwards to meet up with Gunn, who is already begun to eat. Mako is there with him, and Bethana is... Mako is helping bring out the food, but it looks like she's got a seat there at the table with you all. And you all engage in dinner, and that is where we shall end it for tonight, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for watching, and thanks for playing, everybody. This has been another fun episode.
Yes.
Let's do that little outro music.
Nobody got to go hang out with Shayless though. It's so sad.
Nobody took up Shayless on her
I
definitely
Yeah.
real
trying
offer.
to see if we could get back there to see what would happen if one of the others actually got to interact with her.
I was so close to going to the rats.
That
we're
quest
not
is too low level
actually
for us now.
It was
We're
But
level
then she
2.
saw Greshy, and she's like, no. And I was like,
Yeah, the pickup line doesn't work quite as well when you see that you've already used it on somebody else who's also here.
I mean,
Also, it's the
Oh,
worst
well.
pickup line in the world.
yeah, that's a pretty
My
tough.
rats.
That's a pretty tough line. Come kill some rats for me.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, yeah.
Anyway, that's it for today's episode. When next we meet, the party shall be level 2. We also
Next week we should have new rules and
yes, the new
be
rules
ready
are
for
coming out
some
August
dungeon
1st.
crawling.
I
Did all
already
our-
have my book over here. If you didn't see I did like a little unboxing stream, but I have the book
Ah.
already. Ooh, spooky.
Yay.
The rest of us are getting PDFs, I think, on Thursday when it releases
Thursday.
official.
Yes, that's when I get
So-
my PDFs too. So I have to like update my character sheet and all that good stuff. But I'm slowly reading through it. It looks good. I'm excited.
Let's think about doing a convert and level up session.
Yeah, we might
during
be
the
able
week.
to.
Are you
yeah,
available
I could
Thursday?
try and swing that. We'll figure it out. Let's do that
Oh,
offline.
yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Don't worry about it. When the time comes, we'll worry about it.
But yeah,
And either way, next week's session should be a dungeon crawl.
yes.
We're
hopefully.
going down the tunnels straight
Yes.
away.
See what happens. Get more
Let's use
heads
those
to put
powers
on
right away.
Cookie Bones.
But all right, that's been another episode of Third Action. You can find us every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time on twitch.tv/thirdaction, or you can wait till the next day, hopefully ish, and catch us on YouTube or podcast apps, whatever. You can also find us at on the Twitter at Third Action Show. Same thing, Facebook Third Action Show. That's it. That's all I got. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Goodbye.
All right.